everybody. Bum, bum, away. I got something scary to tell you.
There we go.
Scary.
What is it?
I can't tell you in front of all these people.
Sweet.
It could bring death to either one of us. The air's not on. It feels good now. It's not bad.
I'm fucking dying.
You're hot?
Yeah, I'm fucking always hot, dude.
I felt good. You know, but
I always run hot.
since you're not happy, I'm not happy.
Oh, I'm always happy.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
What's up, fuckers?
We're gonna get this air conditioner turned on for...
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean
Yeah,
it.
you are.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Jesse.
Thanks, buddy.
How's that hog of yours, boy? Oh, God.
Fuck! That was a good one. Takes a lot to get me to make them weird noises. Oh my God, I'm gonna need new dry panties after this one. Me too,
Amen.
Lucifer. God. Oh shit!
Dude,
What?
we'll want that fucking...
What?
that fucking TikTok.
Which one?
He says, I'm taking a shit.
What was that, dude?
Are you sure? Yes, it stinks.
What was that?
I don't fucking know.
Was it a man and a girlfriend like fighting?
I have no. That's I think what it was made out to be, but I think what I think it was is I think there was the Indian voice was dubbed over what the original voice was.
Okay.
And he was.
I got no idea, man.
Dude, it's so
It
good.
was fucking stupid.
Oh God. Seriously, I was laughing so fucking hard watching it. I made Beverly watch it, and she was like, "This is so stupid."
No, dude, I got it. I was with you. I was falling off the couch laughing.
And then the TP one,
Yeah.
dude, that was so fucking brilliantly told.
Yeah,
Oh man,
it's good. I hope you feel better, Taylor, getting all that fucking COVID shit.
I don't. No, I'm just joking.
God
That
damn,
shit
motherfucker.
sucks.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Fuck, I'm ready. Fuck. Take me. That wasn't it. That was the wrong fucking button. Welcome back to the Brohio Podcast. They call me Fruit Loop Dick. Because my wife asked me how many balls I can fit in my underwear, and I said toucan. Welcome, everyone, to the cream spot.
That was so fucking stupid. Jeez.
They call me Fruit Loop Dick. Because he asked me how many balls I can fit in my underwear, I said toucan. You get it?
I think I
Just follow your nose. Hey guys, I'm Delicious Nicolicious with the Brohio Podcast. I'm here with my best friend in the entire intergalactic scalar world universe.
The Rob Dog. Hey guys.
We're late this week.
Yeah.
We'll be completely transparent. We broke up for a couple days. We got into a fight
It's been rocky.
over allowing cats in the studio. And, well, ultimately, we're not going to let them in here anymore. But we're going to keep doing the show as well. No, really, it's just super busy with our families. The sports stuff is really super busy. Rob Dog's trapped between seasons, between soccer, football, and basketball right now.
Yep.
And we're in soccer playoffs right now.
Yep.
I'm coaching my daughter's team, which has been a really rewarding experience. I've enjoyed it.
It's so much fun, man. It really is.
These girls mean the world to me, man. It's just little sweethearts, and they've got so good from the beginning until now, and I'm not going to bore you guys with that because one day you're going to get the chance to do that, and I hope you do it, right?
Yeah. We got football and soccer playoffs this weekend, and then we're fucking done with both, and then just one sport, basketball.
Hell yeah. I'm going to try and get drunk tonight.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking do it.
That's what I'm going to try and do.
Yeah.
We would like to say, and if this is your first time tuning in, flashed about the 15 to 18 minute mark if you want to get past us talking shit. All right? So just fast forward.
This is fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
This is where you become our friends in this first 15 minutes.
And how about a shout out to Philip? He's turning 27.
Happy birthday, Philip.
Happy birthday, buddy. Your lady friend Olivia sent us. Happy birthday. But Philip is also in a band called Tyrant. She said, will you play Tyrant on the show? I said, fuck yeah, I'll play Tyrant. We'll get him on the show. We'll get him going. We'll play him in the background while we talk about your boyfriend. And they sound like they do a lot of cigarette smoking.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fucking.
A lot of Jack Daniels chugging.
A lot of fisting each other.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that. But you guys can check out Tyrant. They're at Tyrant Metal all over the interwebs, all over the socials. Fuck.
That needs to be edited in there.
Fucking chops, buddy.
Uh-huh.
If you guys want to check out Tyrant, you can do that. They got a new album dropping, The Lowest Level. The song is The Persuader.
That album title is named after my balls. My balls are at the lowest level point of my body right now.
You guys can check them out. They're
my balls?
You guys can check out Rob Dog's balls.
I always get jealous of people that can shred.
Yep. Got some shredders.
I'm a super solid rhythm player. I can never play something like this.
Yeah. Go check them out, guys.
Yeah.
And happy birthday, Philip. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, baby.
I'm glad to have you guys here. But let's say thank you to our new Patreon subscribers.
Let's get right into it.
Metalhead Bartender. Bellender. Got a big old set of balls on him. Metalhead Bartender, thanks for hopping on there, buddy.
Go from big balls to big tits. We got Raquel Astral tits.
Them big old moon balloons.
Big old moon melons.
How about Bethany Powell Hellman? I love your mayonnaise, Bethany. Thanks for... I love your man glaze, Bethany. She's probably like, oh my God. Why do women listen to us?
I don't know.
Why does anyone listen to us?
Yeah, we're gross, nasty.
We're nasty.
Nasty
We're
boys.
inconsiderate. We beat each other. We beat the shit
off.
We get drunk and we fucking beat the shit out of each other. We
Excuse me.
That was always one thing that offended me when I work at the prison. If I pissed off an inmate,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be like, "Man, fuck you," and then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, fuck you." And you like, and they would be like, "You just gonna get home and go get drunk and beat the shit out of your wife and kids?" I'm like, hold on, motherfucker.
What did you just say?
I'm not, I've never been like, I just don't have a temper at it. Like,
Sure.
I'll beat the shit out of my wife. She needs it, but I've never done it. She's like, if it requires it, I'll do it, but I haven't done it yet. It just, nothing's upset me like that, dude.
Sure.
And I've told her 1,000 times if she gets in my face, I'll torque her.
If you get in my face, I'll drop that motherfucker.
Tear her up.
Where we at next? Next we're at Gargle My Balls, EJ. I don't know if I'm telling him if he's is he telling people to gargle his balls, or did they call him Gargle My Balls?
He's anything like the EJ we know. He's dressed up in women's lingerie, sending pictures to underage women.
Oh.
Hi-oh!
Ow.
Hi-oh. They gave me the microphone,
Mm-hmm.
How about Aaron Wolf? Aaron Wolf, thanks for coming to Patreon. We're very thankful. Appreciate you.
And last but not least, Jordan Medina. Thank you very much, Jordan.
Funky Cole Medina.
That's a good one.
It was a good one.
Good one.
Not anymore, though.
Nah.
Coolio's dead.
Yeah.
So how many balls can you fit in your underwear? I said 2 can. Dude, I got some big old fucking balls. You know that? I sit on them. I sit on them all the time, man. They don't, they don't hang. They're just big, like a head of cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
I've been naked before, and my wife's been like, "Why you got?" Oh, she thought it was, she thought I had a big old head of iceberg lettuce hanging off my waist.
Nothing more attractive than some huge nuts.
That's just my balls. All right, I talked about it a few months ago, man. I had like an infection on my scrotal.
Yeah.
And I had like I didn't know doctors listen to this show.
There's no way there's fucking doctors.
There are, man. They're writing us for like their hospital accounts and shit. Like,
We have one doctor for sure that we know listens.
go to the hospital, you dumbass. Nah, man, I got that devil. I got that demon out of me. Speaking of demons, I got a newspaper article for you.
Don't tell us how to grow our balls.
Yeah, don't tell me how to infect my testicles. Got a really special article this week, Rob.
All right.
And I know you're kind of a hothead, bad temper. You know,
Oh yeah.
I'm laying down the law right now.
Uh-huh.
Don't get upset over this article.
Okay.
It's not directed towards you.
Okay.
It's not directed towards any of your fucking people.
Okay.
This is not something I maliciously picked out to upset you.
I already see the title of it. This is great. I have a lot to say on this as well, so let's hear the article.
It's from metalinjection.net.
They used to be a forerunner in the metal music scene. I think they kind of still are, but...
There's a article titled, Dudes Only Play Extreme Metal to Impress Other Dudes, according to one study.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I agree.
Research shows that heterosexual men who learn to play extreme metal guitar are mostly motivated to do so in order to impress other heterosexual men, read a tweet sent out by quite interesting Twitter page. Mm-hmm. This, of course, sparked tons of discussing, ranging from the expected criticism of, no, I don't, shut up, to people poking fun at the idea. But most importantly, where the hell did this idea come from, and what's the thought behind it? Turns out there's a study called Extreme Metal Guitar Skill, a case of male seeks... I didn't read this part. Extreme Metal Guitar Skill, a case of male status seeking, mate attraction, or byproduct. Authored by Tara DeLise of Oakland University. Farald Pazhui of the University of British Columbia, Anas Salza of Oakland University, and Nicholas Copernicus of the University of Tehran.
Copernicus?
Yep, and he sounds like he might be a wizard, Ari. And Todd Shackelford at Oakland University. According to the study, music is believed to have two functions: as a vehicle for sexual selection, or because the human brain is so complex we can actually make music. Though the authors argue that because extreme metal is so heavily male-leaning, it's unlikely that extreme metal musicians are primarily trying to increase their mating success through their music. However, musicians in this genre heavily invest their time in building technical skills, dexterity, coordination, timing, which raises the question of the purpose behind this costly investment. It could be that men engage in this genre mainly for status-seeking purposes, to intimidate other males with their technical skills and speed, and thus gain social status. The study looked at 44 heterosexual male metal guitarists and examined their practicing habits, sexual behavior, and feelings of competitiveness toward the same sex. Results indicated that basically dudes are just trying to impress one another. Or, as the study more eloquently puts it, survey results indicated that time spent playing chords predicted desire for casual sex with women, whereas perceptions of playing speed positively predicted intersexual competitiveness, a desire to impress other men. You're a fucking gay, Robert.
Okay, so...
You're a homosexual, which is something I'm so happy that we can share with one another. We can finally get this off our chests. We're in love. People have been saying it for years. They say you guys are with one another, and we say no, we're not. That's icky. But now I know where you stand because your affection for metal music.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true or?
Well, I actually have a lot to say on the matter. I've thought about this a lot, and it's definitely true, especially when you get to a lot of like progressive metal bands. You'll notice any real metal band that's heavily guitar driven. I'm not saying anything about the people that write it, but I'm saying the people that listen to it, they are very sexual about the type of music, about the person playing, and about the guitars that they play.
Oh wow!
They sexualize it, and it's really weird. They're like, oh my fucking god! Like 5 minutes into this song, at 5 minute I came. You know, it's one of those things. And metal fans, me being one, they fucking suck. They're the worst.
Really?
They're the fucking worst. I mean, they're cool people, but when it comes to music.
You're pretty cool, dude.
They're gatekeepers, and it fucking sucks.
Get off my lawn, bitch.
So like they're the same people will like they'll love a band in their infancy, and they'll try to get everybody to listen to them. But then once everybody's listening to them, they fucking hate them because they're popular and successful. It fucking drives me crazy.
What a bunch of dorks.
And they're notorious for doing the thing that I hate that anybody does, and that's when they make something their entire identity.
Okay.
I fucking can't stand that. When anybody with anything.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
That's a little weird for me.
Yeah, it's like if that's all you are, that's kind of fucking sad, man.
And if any of you dudes that listen to metal that are listening to this show want to square the fuck up with me, let me know. We'll throw down.
But yeah, no, I definitely get it. Most of the people that do really, really flashy things are most guitar players are trying to impress other guitar players with their playing. That's definitely true.
Sounds
100%.
Sounds gay.
In a way, it is.
I like it.
I do too.
It really gets me all rocked up. Toucan. That's how many balls I can fit in there.
Enough of this boring stuff. What are we talking about today?
Well, this is one of those topics where you do the research and you say people are going to like this, they're going to love it, or they're going to hate it. Pretty much like every other episode of this stupid show. I think you guys are going to love it.
Cool.
There's a lot of stuff that a lot of people listening probably know a lot about, and probably a lot that you don't know a lot about. But then there's probably a lot that many of you have speculated over over the years.
Okay.
I know I have.
Sure.
And then remind me at some point during this episode, I'll probably remember, but
Okay.
something has happened in this studio.
Okay.
Something scary.
Okay.
But we're not going to, we're 15 minutes right now. I'll tell you later in the show.
You got me kind of scared.
I know, but now the people listening are like, oh shit, I don't want to listen
They're invested.
I don't want to listen to this stupid fucking episode. But they might have demons in the studio.
It's just going to be like a fucking trapped fart in one of the You just come alive.
I want you to open the fucking window in here, buddy. Try to get the fuck out for a week.
You know, I will say, I've been closing the door in here to keep the cats out.
Sure.
Because one of them got locked in here and pissed the place up.
Yeah.
And it upset me to no end. It was really upsetting to me.
Okay.
But the amount of hair that's like not accumulated has been wonderful.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep the door shut for now
Cool.
on, going forward.
That works. Usually my allergies flare up a little bit whenever I'm in here.
Yeah, and I was going to get an air purifier as well, but I don't care about us enough for that.
No, we're good, man.
We're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Billie Jean, it's not my... Michael Jackson. This episode's called Fake Celebrity Deaths.
I love it.
Now, I'll tell you, Robert, this one's... have you seen the video of him getting out of the van?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that in a
Okay.
second.
Yeah.
June 25th, 2009. I remember what I was doing. I was sitting on the couch, had my plasma flat screen up on the wall. My wife was about 9 months pregnant, about to give birth to a big old fucking baby. Pooped her out.
Sounds like there's a lot of air in that one.
My wife had her legs pulled back, and the baby started coming out of her butt. I said, Doc, Doc, Doc.
That's how I know it's my kid.
Doc, Doc. Wow, Doc. No, she, my first daughter, my wife got the head on all the way out. I said, oh, God damn, that baby's got hair. I'm looking at his head for a long time.
Yeah.
And they said, we need to take her emergency C-section. I'm like, she's right fucking there. Let me grab her. You know, but we did a C-section, and after you get one C-section,
You gotta keep
no
going.
looking back after that.
So she got her head out?
She got like the fucking top
So she was
quarter of her-
crowning.
She's crowning, but she was sunny side up.
I like it. I like my eggs.
I like my babies like I like my eggs. Scrambled.
Scrambled in a pan.
Scrambled and covered, smothered.
Chunked.
Yeah, something, dude. I don't know. But, yeah, they got her
Excuse me.
got her head all the way out, just about. And we had to hit a abort. Not really. You know, not,
You can't say
not
that.
really. She's upstairs costing me money right now. That wasn't going down, but hell yeah, man. Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing having sex with a woman, fucking getting her knocked up, bringing life into this world.
So hot.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking turning me on.
I remember she rode me reverse cowgirl Halloween night.
That's the best, man.
It probably wasn't the night, but I remember that night.
I dig it. I dig it.
Michael Jackson, June 25th, 2009. We all remember what we were doing when the king of pop
I do. Yeah.
took his final nap. What were you doing?
I was working. Heard it on the news.
Really?
Woke my wife up from sleep to call her and tell her. She's like, I don't fucking care right now. I'm sleeping. Like, oh my God, guess what just happened?
And Michael Jackson allegedly died from a lethal dose of sedatives and propofol.
Yep.
Let me tell you something, Robert.
What?
Propofol is that shit they gave me a couple weeks ago for my foot surgery.
Is it?
Put my ass out.
Yeah.
I could not imagine being a human. The only way you can go to sleep every night is for a doctor to administer anesthesia to you. Whoa! That is an extreme lifestyle, buddy.
I'll be able to sleep well though.
Oh my God, it was the most wonderful. I was gone for about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's what it feels like to die. That is what it feels like to pass away. You are gone from the earth. I swear to you, the moment your eyes close, it's like you blink. It's you take a hazy, you're like, oh, I'm going to sleep. And you just take like this hazy blink. When you close your eyes, you're gone. When that hazy blink opens back up, you're back from surgery. It's so fucking cool, man.
You're just fucking out.
I wish I could find some stupid doctor to put my ass to sleep every night.
Man, you know what? That'd be fucking great because I sleep like shit
Yeah, dude.
every night.
Old Conrad, whatever. They had his ass sleeping. Sleeping.
Yeah, he's fucked now. That guy is.
Yeah, he's fucked. I think he's out of prison now.
Oh,
though.
is he?
Yeah,
Is he?
I think he is.
I thought he got a big sentence.
I think he did, but he's Michael Jackson doctor. Conrad Murray. Yeah, I think he's out of prison.
Yeah, shit.
Michael Jackson's. Yeah, he's still visiting patients, and as of 2016.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's only.
Damn, I thought he got a big sentence. I thought they found him.
Oh, Michael Jackson's. You want to put my ass to sleep? You want to fuck me after I fall asleep?
Yeah, shit. All right.
Yeah, and I'll say this about Michael Jackson. We covered Michael Jackson, and a lot of my views and positions in the world have changed since our very first episode. Without elaborating any more than that, it's the way I feel about certain things. I don't really feel the same way anymore. And I'll say this about Michael Jackson. I think at the time, I'm like, fuck him, he's fucking child molester. But since then, I kind of err towards, I think this dude didn't know proper etiquette when it came to hanging out with kids. I think he was robbed of that point in your life where you learn how to be an adult.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was immediately plugged into stardom as a child.
And a kid.
Yeah, and he was robbed of all that. So when he was 25, 30 years old, wanting to hang out with kids, I think this guy legitimately, while it was not okay, I think he legitimately wanted to have slumber parties and sleep with kids. Like that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And he didn't, maybe not necessarily want to fuck him. He might have fucked him.
We don't know. That's the thing, is that we don't know definitively one way or the other.
Yeah, dude. And the guys that kind of came forward were, kind of, I don't know. And then Macaulay Culkin's like, he didn't fuck me.
Yeah.
1995, you get the pick of the litter, buddy. I'm fucking Macaulay Culkin. I'm Michael Jackson. They're gonna give me one.
Shit.
They're gonna give me one butt to fuck.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go for it, go for the Mac, man.
One kid butt to fuck. I'm going with Kevin fucking McAllister, dog.
Dude, I fucking love Macaulay Culkin.
And to this day,
He's popped back around now, and he's like,
he's cool.
He's
dude,
having a
man.
resurgence. He's cool as fuck.
He said he didn't fuck me. I didn't touch his dick, man.
Yeah.
So I think Michael Jackson legitimately was just a weird guy. And
Yeah, and I mean, just like we talked, I think we even talked about it in the episodes. Like there was so many cases of, people that made allegations against him where later down the years they said, you know what, my parents put me up to that.
Yeah,
because they knew the situation, they heard of the things, and they wanted for fucking money.
Yeah, man, that's awful.
So, and that's the thing, when money's involved, you just fucking never know. He obviously crossed some boundaries that shouldn't have been crossed.
Oh yeah, I 100% believe that.
Whether how far he dipped his toes into that water, we don't know.
And should he have been arrested for some of the shit that he did? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
But do I think he molested kids and raped them? I don't think he did that.
I don't think so either.
I remember a slumber party. Well, when the slumber party, it was me and a buddy sleeping together. We were like 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we sucked each other's dicks all night.
Sure.
And then we started a podcast about 15 years later. You're like, man, that did.
No. I was all in on this story until he said that.
No, my dad would let anybody fuck me if they wanted to when I was a little kid. Like, fuck yeah, I don't care if you fuck him up. He's loud. He eats a lot. I know he stinks. He's not taking off that starter jacket. He's had it on for fucking 2 years.
Oh, man, those are so good.
He ain't cutting that bowl cut either. He's stupid. Now, Michael Jackson at the time, he had just announced a tour that wasn't going to be feasible for him.
Okay.
So the tour that was announced, it was an insane amount of dates. This fucking guy could barely walk at the time. He was just like, he was done. And there's no way that feasibly he was going to be able to withstand the rigors of a tour like that.
Sure. I mean, I get out of the bed wrong, and I'm like fucking out 2 or 3 days. Like, imagine his old 50-year-old ass up there doing the moonwalk and fucking defying gravity by leaning forward way too far than he's supposed to. And
yeah, dude.
Man.
He definitely would have died. But one of the most profound things about the time that he died, do you know how much estimated? How much he was in debt?
Oh, man. I know it was big.
$500 million.
That's crazy.
It's been said that at the time of his passing, Michael Jackson was $500 million in debt. Now, I'm not, I've never had a lot of money in my entire life.
Yeah.
$5,000 in debt is a lot of money to me. But
Yeah.
this guy was $500 million in debt. There's only a couple different ways that's going to go. You and me could, if you and me were $50,000 in debt, you and I could buckle down and be like, we're going to get jobs on the weekends.
Right.
We're going to come home and go to a second job. We're going to buckle down. We're not eating out ever again. We could do that. But Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
he can't be like, I'm going to make $500 million to make this all right, and then I'll be fine. But he was doing his best by calling the tour. He was doing the tour, but all the pundits, all the critics, they're saying, there's no way this guy's going to be able to pull this shit off. No way. So a lot of people said the only way that, the only option he had was to die, to make this kind of go all the way. But the debt was from legal fees, from the defense, from all the kid shit, plastic surgery. He'd accumulated all this debt over the years, and it was not going away.
And he had a huge lawsuit against Pepsi, too. So, I mean, that
Yeah.
probably put him in for a while.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people allude to, at the time of his death, so he had that lethal cocktail that was injected into him, and he died. But after that, his family, when they would talk about the death of their son, brother, whatever, Michael Jackson, a lot of people noticed there wasn't much emotional, outward emotions from the family. That they're just kind of like, he's gone, we're taking care of the kids, it's fine, whatever. Which made people believe, like, yeah, maybe they're not sad, maybe they're not so sad because he's not actually gone. Maybe he's faked his death. Maybe he's still around. That's why no one's sad. Like, for instance, if your fucking sister died, but she's just hiding in the basement. And then someone says, sorry about your sister. You're not going to be like, yeah, we do. You're going to be like, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. The bitch is in the basement. But yeah, a lot of people kind of allude to it was his only option to die. Like with how tarnished his name was from everything that occurred with the juveniles, the children. He had no other option besides to just kind of take what he had, the assets that he did have, the cash on hand, and just kind of go away. I guess that's one fucking option to make it all, to stop the bleeding. $500 million. I wonder who paid that shit.
Oh, God.
And with, me and Robert talked about this before the episode started, his plastic surgery at the end, buddy.
Oof.
That guy was fucked up.
Yeah.
He looked like a twice-baked potato.
It was rough,
One
man.
of them bitches that go in the microwave, not even a real one.
Yeah.
Just one of them Aura Ida motherfuckers.
Who elects when they get surgery to get a butt chin? That's what I want to know. You know what? I want you to make it look like that I gotta wipe my chin
The doctor's like,
when I shit.
what do you want me to do for you, Michael? Well, I'd really like it if you would just fuck me up as bad as you've ever fucked anybody up. I want you to break my fucking face, Doc. And that they did. You look like a mummy, dude. That nose all turned up. And
I always wanted a kid to kiss my ass, but my lawyers always told me not to, so the closest I could do was make my chin look like a butt and then have them kiss me on the cheek and then turn my chin towards them real quick. And they could kiss it.
you got me, didn't you? Little nasty boy. But yeah, with his obsession with plastic surgery, the people believe that the people who believe he faked his own death say, hey, hell yeah, this guy would absolutely 100% change his looks, and he would have no qualms about it. And I believe that. That motherfucker, yeah, like you said, he had a butt and a dick on his face.
Yeah, I mean, rich people can afford that. I mean, even though he was in $500 $500 million, I'm sure he had some liquidated assets that he could get some money from if he wanted to.
But the most profound piece of evidence through the entire Michael Jackson thing is the fucking coroner video, dude.
Yeah.
If you get on YouTube and you pull up Michael Jackson, let's see, Michael Jackson.
Mind if I take a sip of this?
Sure, dude. Have some. It's all for you. It's all for us.
Don't say that, brother.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I just creamed.
Oh, it's hard to find on YouTube now.
I just pooped out my chin.
Michael Jackson jumping out of coroner's van alive?
Yeah,
question
yeah.
mark.
This is a good one.
And it's in like an alley. Hold on, I'll put this up on YouTube for our YouTube friends. Billie Jean. Let's see here. There you go. Fucking tear it up, dude. Yeah, if you hop on YouTube, it's a van in an alley. And it's a coroner van. Mm-hmm. The coroner people run to the back of the van. They open it up. And then someone that looks just like Michael Jackson jumps out and heads into this back room at the coroner, dude.
And he is like, they're like hardcore protecting him to make sure nobody sees him.
Yes, hardcore covered him up. But they got him on film, man. And I think, shit, dude.
Caught him in 240p.
Yeah, they did. But this is
Not 4K.
This is 13 years ago as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like him for sure.
It's a weird turn of events.
Yeah.
It makes you go, But, and there was also some reports, and this is us claiming, and I do want to say one thing, though.
Okay.
Everything, this is not
You got our recording software is just up on YouTube. It's not our beautiful face. There we go.
I
Okay.
changed it back.
Okay, good deal.
What we say on this show is just stuff that it's speculative.
Yeah, we're stupid as fuck.
We're not saying Michael Jackson's still alive, even
Yeah.
though I think he is.
It wouldn't surprise me if he was.
And the reason I say this is because Alex Jones today
Here we go. This is how all plausible stories start.
Kangaroo court that he's in for yelling at those parents from Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
He's on the hook for $1 billion, dude.
Holy fuck.
He's got to pay those people $1 billion.
My dude Alex don't have $1 billion.
He said, what do you want me to do? I'm here. It's kangaroo court. What do you want me to say? I'm sorry again. I turned all the frickin' frogs gay. Every time I come in this courtroom, everyone's trying to come down on me saying Sandy Hook was real. Sandy Hook was fake. I said what I said. Sandy Hook was fake. It's real, I mean.
It was fake at the time. It's real now.
At the time I was drinking my alpha beta bone broth, I was drinking too much of it. If you see, it's clearly stated on the back of the bottle. You should only have 2 tablets a day. I was drinking 4 to 5 cups a day.
Someone's coming in here to talk to us.
Oh, jeez.
She's got cupcakes.
Oh, thank you.
Snickerdoodle.
I'm going to suck these down my gobbler right now.
You can't be topless on YouTube, Stacy. She brought Robert cupcakes.
Delightful.
Yeah, he's on the hook for $1 billion, dog.
Bro, that's a lot of fucking money.
I ain't got that much. Poor guy.
His heart's going to explode.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. It sucks for him.
Yeah, right.
Should have done that shit.
$1 billion. Whew.
Yeah, but there was some other reports that said there was, when Michael arrived at the hospital, he was already dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But then some of the doctors interviewed claimed that Michael was alive when he arrived at the hospital.
That motherfucker moonwalked out of that corner van.
Got the fuck on out of there, didn't he? So that leads to the belief that perhaps Michael Jackson's still out there somewhere, someplace far away. And when you break it all down like that, I'm looking at the wall right here. This episode of Brahio Podcast is brought to you in part by Sticker Theories.
Hey, there we go.
You can go to stickertheories.com, use our promo code Brahio. You're going to get some money off your order. They're the official sponsor of the Brahio Podcast. Sticker Theories, check them out. But I think he's still alive someplace. The only option he had was to fucking die, being $500 million in debt. And could he have got a deal, like a Vegas show for something close to that? Maybe a 20-year resident fucking...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But he was just frail. You know, he's just not all there. He about dropped a fucking baby off a balcony.
Dude, that shit was wild.
Eric Clapton dropped a baby off a balcony one time. Let it go. So I think, yes, I do think Michael Jackson is still alive.
It definitely would make sense. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I bet he's never had his dick sucked either. How awkward would it have been for those women that did have kids with him? And that's another thing through the research is a lot of people point towards the moms of the kids. They've just been like nowhere. They haven't been out they haven't been out anywhere. You know, like
Did he have kids with Lisa Marie Presley?
I don't think so.
Okay, I remember they were together for a while.
Yeah, they were.
Or married. I don't remember what was going on.
But you would think the moms would come out of the woodwork and say, "Hey, Michael Jackson owned the fucking catalog of the Beatles. Like he had, there was things that he had that were worth money."
Mm-hmm.
And these moms, you would think the mother of his children would have came out and said, "Hey, that's my shit now." But that's not the case. Everything's kind of been ho-hum, kind of hush-hush.
Isn't it like, you said like he owned like the Beatles catalog. Isn't it crazy that you could own something like that, like a person?
Yeah, I know.
Like I like it, like I heard Shaq talking about the stuff that he owns. Like, you know, he owns Marilyn Monroe.
I didn't know
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That is crazy, dude.
Look into the stuff that he owns. It's fucking crazy how much stuff he owns.
Back in like the mid to late 1800s in America, you could actually like, you could own people.
That's true.
And then we fought a war over it. We fucking kill each other over it.
But it's good to know that if you got enough money, you can still own people.
Yeah, you can. Marilyn
you can
Monroe,
own famous people.
Dude, I was looking at some pictures of Marilyn Monroe the other day on the internet.
Yeah.
It was a fucking juicy ass bitch right there, buddy.
Especially for back in that time, man.
No, that was not even back in that time. She was beautiful.
I mean she's still a dime, but I mean,
Yeah, and I've told you that, but I just don't really lust over movie stars like that. But she
Right.
was, I mean, she was a beaut, man.
Yeah, for sure. She was yeah, it's kind of unreal.
How about our next subject here?
I'm trying to find this quote. Here we go. He said, I don't like to seem like I'm bragging, but I'm going to ask you a question. Who owns Marilyn Monroe? Who owns Elvis Presley? Who owns Forever 21? Who owns J.C. Penney? Me, Shaq says.
He owns Elvis?
Yeah, dude. He owns 155 Five Guys Burgers and Fries, 17 Auntie Anne's, 150 car washes, 40 24 hours fitness center, a shopping center, movie theater, several Las
Holy
Vegas
shit,
nightclubs.
man.
My dude has diversified his portfolio like a motherfucker.
And he's got some size 28s on him.
Big old dick on that guy, man.
Yeah, dude, he's got a big dick.
Next
for
we go to Andy Kaufman. I like Andy Kaufman.
He was I don't know much about him, but he was a weird dude after doing some digging on him.
Yeah.
He used to come on I used to watch a lot of documentaries growing up when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always something on about Andy Kaufman, about his feuds with Jerry Lawler and some of his other
Oh yeah, I
fucking-
remember that.
some of his other shit he had going on.
Yeah.
He's just
Didn't Jerry Lawler like almost fucking kill him?
fucking punched him and
Yeah.
it was a wild one.
Let me see here. Hang on. There's something I wanted to look at going into this. I didn't know I was gonna have this one, so I thought I had time. Okay, never mind. Let's go into it. I'll get into what I'm saying here eventually. Andy Kaufman was one of the weirdest. Oh, you already said that. One of the most weirdest and most out there comedians ever, performing dozens of stunts and innovating tons of awesomely weird characters before supposedly dying. So with his stunts, there's no way that this could be put past him. The official story says that he died of lung cancer at the age of 35.
I don't believe that.
That's definitely a red flag.
Well, it is a red flag, but people just don't die from lung cancer at 35. Lung cancer is a hell of a motherfucker. I'll say that.
For sure.
It ain't easy being greasy with lung cancer. But people just, that's like me right now. I don't have lung cancer. Can you smoke long enough to get lung cancer at 35? I mean, I guess cancer can get anybody anytime.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say,
just-
it may not be directly affiliated with smoking. I mean, who fucking knows?
I will say this is all broken, and I kind of like shorthanded this.
Okay.
You might struggle with this one.
Yeah.
If you want to grab the next one or the
yeah,
one
yeah.
after,
Go,
this
go,
one, this
go
one's
ahead. That gives me time to look up the thing I wanted to look up.
Okay. And one thing that kind of turned him towards a certain direction was younger. He loved his papu, which is like his grandpa. And he and his papu they would sing and did fucking fuck each other. I don't know what you do with a grandpa. My grandpa used to just, shit himself and piss himself and not much else.
Yeah, typical grandpa stuff.
I never had a grandpa growing up. They both passed away before I was born, unfortunately. But we did have this guy. He was my mom and dad's neighbor growing up. And
Okay.
we called him Papaw.
Okay.
And at that age, I always thought he was my grandpa.
Right.
But he was this super nice old man that lived next door to my mom and dad. And my mom and dad being, 25, 30 years old, he was retired. And he's like, when you guys go to work, I'll take care of the kids for you. I'll take them to school, pick them up,
Aw.
watch them, feed them. And he was just, man, he was like us, man. He loved to hang out and play with us and just make us laugh and shit.
Yeah.
Never saw his dick or anything like that. So I know a lot of people are thinking like, well, this is about to turn gay.
He looked like he had a hog on him, too.
No, Willie was his name, but super good guy. But I remember one weekend we were celebrating his birthday, and we were like, happy birthday. And my mom drops the cake on the table.
Yeah.
And this fucking cake said like 89 on it. And that night we get back to the house. I'm like, Mom, is Willie 89? Or like, I think it was like 82, 89, something like that. She's like, yeah, he is. And I'm like, okay. And I started thinking to myself, why has she got this old ass motherfucker watching my ass? He's too old to be watching me. And I swear to God, dude, that next week, he was watching us, and I knocked my tooth out that day. I did a fucking Macho Man Randy Savage elbow drop. My little brother knocked my tooth out. So he's already like panicked, like, what the fuck am I gonna tell your mom?
Right.
And then he's like, I'm feeling like the devil. And I was like, okay.
Oh wow.
He said, I gotta go to the bathroom. He went in the bathroom. He was in there forever. We had it was my mom and dad's bathroom. So they have like a vanity, and there's like a 10-inch gap between the vanity and the toilet. And in that little 10-inch gap is where my mom and dad kept their bathroom trash can. He was in there forever, dude. And finally, my little brother's like, "Are you gonna go see if he's okay?" And I said, "Hell yeah, I'll go check it. I'll go check it out," because I was gonna knock the door and be like, "Ah, it's on your dick." But I kicked the door open. We were heathens, dude. The doorknob was broke on my mom and dad's bathroom door growing up, so we couldn't really close it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I opened the door, and he fell between the gap between the toilet and the vanity.
Yeah.
And he was sitting in that trash can, and he shit all over himself. But he was passed out. He was just completely gone. Sitting there, slobbering on himself, completely filled full of shit, poop. So I ran next door, and I knocked on their door, and they come to the door. It was like a 14, 15-year-old girl.
Okay.
And she used to watch us sometimes, too. But she's like, what's going on? I said, Willie's watching us, and I don't think he's alive anymore. And she said, what?
Oh, shit.
And she ran over. They called the paramedics, and the paramedics came. And they woke him up, and he said, I'm sorry. And the paramedics like, it's all right. This dude had fucking pooped all over himself.
Oh, no.
And he kept on saying, I smell like the devil.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just standing there, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? My brother had just started driving. He got home with McDonald's. He walked through the door. He had a big old bag of McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And then the paramedics are outside and stuff. And my brother comes in. He's like, what the fuck is that smell?
Oh, God.
And then Willie's like, I pooped my pants. I never heard him yell at anybody. You fucking hated my brother, too.
The amount of poop-themed stories you have throughout your life
man.
is fucking staggering.
But I remember he growled it through his teeth. He's like, I pooped my pants. He was already ashamed that he pooped his pants.
I mean, sure, naturally.
But God rest his soul, man. He had another episode like that where he fell down and hit his head and knocked himself out. He was just, and I had to call 911 on that one. I was like, 5, 6 years old, calling there like, oh, it's an emergency. I said, there's a man here watching us and he fell. Come save us. Okay, back to Andy Kaufman. His papu died, and when his papu died, his grandpa, his parents didn't tell him that his papu died. His parents told him that papu went to another land. He was tired of living around them. That there was someplace nicer that he wanted to go live. So papu packed up his bags and just went and lived someplace else.
Good old Papu.
But then Andy Kaufman kind of found out, okay, he had actually died. But then it also put the thought in Andy's head, hey, the difference between life and death can be manipulated, and so that kind of started a weird path for Andy Kaufman. A lot of people around Andy Kaufman said that when John Belushi died,
Oh, yeah.
Andy Kaufman was really upset, but not upset because John Belushi died. Andy Kaufman was upset because John Belushi stole his stunt. Because Andy Kaufman had the intentions of faking his own death, and a lot of people that think that John Belushi faked his own death. I don't know much about that, but
Okay.
There's a lot more people that think Andy Kaufman faked his death. But Andy Kaufman was very upset that John Belushi died, faked his own death, and stole his stunt. And Andy Kaufman was like that original kind of like dry humor, weird,
Yeah, really off the wall.
It's so prevalent on TikTok and YouTube now.
Yeah.
These like deadpan comedies, these guys that just go to the grocery store and do fucking mean shit, really. I mean, some of it makes me laugh, but then some of that shit I'm watching it and I say, if somebody does what this man is doing to me at the grocery store, I will haul off and I will fucking punch them in the teeth. No matter if I'm going to get my ass kicked or what. I will punch somebody in the face over what this man is doing to this man in public right now. So keep that in mind for you motherfuckers to see me out.
Yeah.
brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Come find me. All right? He said it was Andy Kaufman. He told a lot of people after John Belushi died, Andy Kaufman read an article that said you could actually die from eating too much chocolate, and he read it in a book. And Andy Kaufman kind of interpreted that the wrong way, so then he went around for several weeks and months after that telling everyone that he was, in fact, passing away because he had ingested too much chocolate.
Okay.
That was like he was sticking to it, but then someone was finally like, hey, man, it's not really like a slow death from eating chocolate. And then Andy Kaufman had to change the story, like, I was kidding. And then at that point, no one believed him that he was dying from eating too much chocolate. And there was an author and one of his best friends claims that Andy Kaufman found a body double, someone with his general physical appearance who was genuinely dying of cancer. Then he began changing his own physicality to match that of the dying man, including losing weight and shaving his head, and released photos of himself in this state.
All right.
His friend also said that once when Andy Kaufman's brother Michael flew out to L.A. to visit his dying brother, Kaufman accidentally dropped the charade. It was so one day when his brother got there, his brother like rushes to Andy's side. He's like, "Oh my God, you're dying of cancer." Andy's like, "I'm so sorry to drag you out here. I'm sick. Please don't be mad at me for dying from cancer." And the next day they wake up and Andy Kaufman's like, "I feel great today. I feel really good. I feel a lot better." And that's not the way terminal lung cancer works.
Sure.
So when you get to that point where you're fucking dying and people are flying in to see you because you're dying, the game's over pretty much.
The jig's up.
You don't wake up one day like, "Oh yeah, let's go to a football game. let's go party." So that kind of led to a lot of people believing that maybe Andy was in fact faking some kind of illness. This author and best friend, the guy's last name's Zamunda. I don't remember his first name. But the author / best friend and Andy Kaufman, they came to privately refer to the event as the dying routine. In one of their final conversations on the matter, his friend says they discussed his financial situation since, as the guy was actually Andy Kaufman's writer, his career was built around Andy Kaufman's. Andy Kaufman suggested leaving his friend the money, but he said no, as it could implicate him with Andy Kaufman's fake death that he was trying to go through with. When the body double died, a switch was made with the double buried as Andy Kaufman, and Andy Kaufman being spirited away to start his new life. There's also a lot of people, so it was kind of like boom, 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 the way his lung cancer worked out.
This was one of the things that I was going to talk about.
Here, dead and gone.
The next thing.
If you want to elaborate on it, go ahead.
No. There's the next theory. What people are theorizing. That's the thing that I had something to say about it.
Go ahead.
But it's literally that we talked about how weird it is that all of a sudden 34, 35 gets this rare form of lung cancer. A lot of people actually said that he was gay and he'd gotten AIDS. And pretty much didn't want that to get out there. So they did the whole cancer thing. Said he had cancer in place of it.
I heard he was bisexual. Well, I know he was bisexual.
Okay.
There was a span of a couple weeks that he actually had sex with all 42 women that were working at the Mustang Ranch brothel in Las Vegas.
Wow, good for him.
Got that long, strong dick on him.
Shooting hard and high, man.
But he was a big fan of men as well, and they said that he liked to frequent the Castro district. I said Castro.
Ooh, excuse me.
I said the Castro dick. He liked to go to the Castro district in San Francisco.
Okay.
And one thing about San Francisco is there's a lot of cocksucking going on over there, buddy.
A lot of loving.
You and me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm handsome enough for a gay man to find me attractive.
I always wondered that myself.
I think we could find somebody in San Francisco.
Yeah, I feel like that's half the problem with these overly aggressive straight people is they think that all gay people just want to have sex with them.
Not the case.
I secretly just want to know if you're gay and would fuck us, send us an email.
Podcast.
Who doesn't want an ego boost?
There is one fellow from England that really sexually harasses us on Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
And he's he definitely dabbles in the cock,
Okay.
but he definitely wants us to ride it.
Well, hey, that's awesome.
There's one out there, Rob.
Shoot for the low numbers, and you'll never be bummed out.
Tired of these old women always sending us messages too.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people that knew him, and I mean, he was before our time, so I don't really know too much about him. I know I liked Mork and Mindy. I watched Taxi every now and then whenever it was on Nick at Night when I was a kid.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people that knew him and like his close friends and family said, you know what, faking his own death would definitely be something that Andy would do.
Yeah,
It's definitely par for the course for him because he's just real weird and out there, and they could see him doing it.
I just doing my due diligence. I hopped on YouTube to kind of look at some of his skits and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker was not funny to me.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
He was not funny to me. He kind of pissed me off.
Funniest thing about him was that Jim Carrey played him in a movie.
I never watched that movie.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I think you should be able to get this next one. It's just an Illuminati theory.
Okay, cool. So I believe that this was a very long, elaborate plan. This is called Illuminati a Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Blinken. I believe that this was a very long, elaborate plan to put him there to make the South secede from the Union.
Well, they wanted to. That was the Illuminati. This is the only part that was kind of broken up. But
I'm gonna read this verbatim, and if you have to further that, go ahead.
Okay. And that was the belief that the Illuminati had to inject Abraham Lincoln into our government in order to achieve what they wanted to achieve,
Okay.
which was the war on slavery.
Sure.
So it's believed that they made a deal with Abraham Lincoln. They said, listen up here, Stretch, you ugly motherfucker.
What is the established date for the supposed Illuminati? Do we know when that is? Because that's a while back, man.
Millions of years.
Really? That far
I
back?
don't know.
Let me see here.
A long time. I know that. I had club sandwiches for dinner and apple pie for dessert. They were great. I was looking at that because I'm like, why do I got so much mustard in my fingernails?
Oh man, I don't even know what to look up for that. Fuck it. I'm not worried. Let's just say it's a long time ago.
Well, they thought that there was a deal hashed out between Abraham Lincoln and the Illuminati that said, you go ahead and guide us through this, get us through this war, let this war happen, get us through the end of the war. As soon as the war is over,
Okay.
we will create a situation that will allow you to be swiped off the earth and taken like a witness protection deal. You can go someplace else, and we will see to it that you are taken somewhere far, far away with it, and where no one can find you ever again.
Okay.
And also one cool thing, I found this project where they did modern pictures of all the presidents, and Abraham Lincoln, like 2020 was one of the pictures I saw. It's a really fucking cool picture, man. It was cool. Really one of the coolest things I've seen all week, besides my own dick and balls.
I hope they gave him like fuck boy hair and neck tats.
He kind of looked like a mix between Barack Obama and George Bush. Abraham Lincoln.
He just had that presidential look.
He did, man. It was. Let's see. Yeah, right there.
What the fuck?
I mean, you got to remember, there was no like self-fucking care. There was no.
Okay.
But isn't that crazy, man? How
You know what? I can definitely see it.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
He looks like every old guy I've ever seen before.
He does, but he's still got
But he's got the Abe.
the strong Abe Lincoln characteristics.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking wild?
That's
dude?
really weird. I don't know how I feel about that.
I know. When I saw it, I'm like, I don't know how I feel.
That makes me feel really weird.
That's not him.
The fuck is that guy?
I don't know.
Who's that black gentleman?
I think it's Frederick Douglass.
Oh, okay.
No, we'll come back and check. Oh, I was right. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, I'd vote for him in that picture. Look at that.
Who's this fucking Benjamin Franklin?
Bro, that's an ambulance chasing lawyer. I see him on the commercials in between soap operas.
Julius Caesar?
No fucking way. Who is that?
Napoleon Bonaparte?
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, man.
That guy.
Those are pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
What the fuck are we even doing?
That
here?
Abe Lincoln one is fucking golden, man.
That's wild.
All right, so the plan was, like Nick talked about, once the war was over, there would be a fake assassination, and he would be moved to a bunker in Mexico to live out the rest of his days.
I put a pause here because back then, people just didn't take vacations. And I was thinking about, at the time, I'm like, how weird is it that there was a time in recent history where people just didn't travel? Like, where you were fucking in the woods for your entire life. That's where you're at. There was no going to Costa Rica or Jamaica or Disney World. People just didn't take vacations.
Yeah, people stank a lot back then, too.
They did, too, man.
So, yeah, that's really weird. I wouldn't want to live in a time where I couldn't take my 16 vacations throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking sucks being an adult. You got to get away.
Right.
So doctors who examined him had contradictory accounts of the way that the bullet went inside of his head. In addition, he supposedly had dreams for 3 nights in a row of his own assassination, according to The Assassination of Lincoln by Lloyd Lewis. We know about this because he told everyone about it, perhaps getting them prepared for what was about to happen. Lastly, the night of the play, he told his bodyguard Crook goodbye. That night was the only night Lincoln ever said that to him. Every other time, it had been good night. I'm sorry, he said goodbye, yeah. And then he said good night, usually.
Yeah.
So, why would he fake his own death so soon after getting reelected? Well, easy, because a lot of the people wanted him dead, not just some actor. His assassination came a mere 5 days after the end of the Civil War. Using his death as cover to go into hiding makes a lot of sense for someone whom half of the country hates. There are very few people, even very angry people, who try to kill dead dudes.
It makes sense, though, doesn't it?
It makes very much sense.
I am absolutely fascinated by the assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
I am too. 'Cause
I'm obsessed with Ford's Theater.
yeah, it seems like a shit show. The whole thing seems like a shit show.
It does, very much so. And then just the fact that the President of the United States, I fucking live for chaos.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been a fan of our presidents in America
Sure.
in a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't vote. I don't vote. I don't think. I don't really vote. But I felt like I could kick it with Barack.
Sure. Yeah.
Did I like everything he did?
No.
Whatever. But I felt like we could fucking kick it.
Yeah. As far as people come, like, we all come. But I mean, as far as people go, I feel like that he is probably the most down to earth, normal president that we've had in a extremely long time. Beliefs aside,
Reagan was a sweetheart, I do believe, but Barack, I felt like we could cut up. I could make him laugh.
For sure.
But then I read a conspiracy article that he once sucked dick for crack in a limousine as well. So then I would, me.
I mean, who am I to judge? I mean,
me being the way I am, that would be something I would ask him about.
Yeah.
It would obviously ruin the moment for both of us.
Yeah, I've never done crack, so I mean, I don't know if it's good enough to suck dick for.
Yeah.
I mean, if it is, then who's to say I wouldn't do the same thing?
There's a lot that I would suck dick for. Crack's not necessarily one of them.
I'd suck dick for some Jolly Ranchers if I had to.
Yeah, I got a whole bag. I got a Sam's Club bag of Jolly Ranchers upstairs.
Well, let's talk after this.
Yeah. So I feel like Brock is probably the coolest dude we could get a burger.
Yeah.
I'd love to play tennis with Trump and see him in those fucking shorts.
This granny panties that he wears.
Like, hey man, your fucking little ass balls are hanging out.
He's having a bad time here of late, isn't he?
Yeah, yes. And then old Joe Byron, man, I'd love to ride bikes with him. He pops wheelies and shit. That's a bad motherfucker.
He needs a trike.
He does.
I think in general, assassinations really like pique my interest, especially
it's sick.
especially with like any type of conspiracy side to it, like with Lincoln, with Kennedy, with Hitler.
Yeah.
Those three, there's so many weird things that are attributed to it, and that
Hitler killed himself
allegedly. Yeah.
I do, and I want so badly to go to Ford's Theater and see the balcony where he was shot at.
Yeah.
once a week I get on Google Maps and I go to Ford's Theater and I walk around. Just
Whenever we do our show in Texas, I want to go to the book depository.
virtually, yeah. That would be cool as well. I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Next is Elvis Presley.
Fun fact: he's the first celebrity that I ever heard of that potentially faked his own death.
Really?
Yeah, my parents believed it.
They big Elvis fans?
I don't know if they were necessarily big Elvis fans as so much as they were that they just believed that he faked his own death.
Okay.
I think my mom's parents were.
Yeah.
Um.
What about the big music news for us this week?
Oh man, fucking great.
Hey, Mom, there's something in the back room. Hope it's not the creatures from above.
Dude, you can't get any better than fucking Enema of the State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. That's like two fucking classic,
It is, man.
two classic albums, and they're 10s out of 10, 10 out of 10.
You used to read me stories.
I just explained to my wife just caught that innuendo about 3 months ago, and I took that Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I got
how
it right
did
away
I
when I
was,
was a
me
kid.
too? And I was like, how did you not know? She's like, I guess I never really thought about it.
They're my fucking
Such a good
all-time favorite.
Such a good play on words.
I like Elvis.
Yeah.
I like. Here's how I should say this. Some of his music is fucking beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The Elvis rendition of Unchained Melody.
Yeah.
Oh God, I could make love to a family member to that song.
Sure.
It's a gorgeous, gorgeous song, and the way that Elvis Presley changed the music scene forever.
Mm-hmm.
He's the king of rock and roll, dog. I mean, he's the original.
Especially for white people.
He had the entire nation's attention captive.
Mm-hmm.
Women, listen to this, dude. It kind of comes to. I'll talk about it later in this segment here, but August 16th, 1977, the king of rock and roll took his last shit.
R.I.P., brother.
They found him dead in the fucking bathroom, dropping a big old hog goblin shit. Oh, what are you doing there, King?
I bet he had some big girthy poops,
Some
dog.
big stinky nasty shit.
Yeah. Big greasy Vegas shit.
They go through Graceland and the fucking ceiling's carpeted and shit. The bathroom is probably carpeted too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, oh, here, I'll take a shit.
He just looked like he sweat butter,
Dude, he was disgusting.
especially towards the end of his
He was
life.
so fucking gross at the end.
He was a fucking dime in his 20s.
Oh man, that guy was
He
gorgeous.
was fucking beautiful.
There was a picture of him getting on an airplane with his girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Holy shit, dude! This is an old black and white picture. These are the
Yeah.
two prettiest humans on the earth."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her name.
The fact that he could just get on the fucking, what was it, Ed Sullivan show or whatever the fuck it was,
Yeah.
and just shake his hips and women would faint.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk
Isn't
about.
that fucking
But
crazy?
here's the picture. I was just look how.
Oh, dude, look at both of them.
Look at their just.
She is gorgeous too. Holy shit. They are both just
I think it's Priscilla Presley. Maybe that's who.
pinnacle.
But then look how gross he was. Right?
God.
He has got so much cocaine in his body right here.
He turned from Elvis to an Elvis impersonator.
He was, but yeah, dude, he was gorgeous. He was just a
Oh yeah, man.
handsome fella.
Good-looking man right there.
handsome. But August 16th, 1977, the King of Rock took his last shit. He was allegedly found face down in his bathroom around 2:30 in the afternoon by his girlfriend. The thing was, this was common. They had to call 911, and this is where I was just telling you. They called 911, and it was common for the fire department to get calls to his abode there where he lived at in Graceland due to an excessive amount of fainting fans and people that were hit by cars on the property.
Fuck yeah.
We're on the road, and come on. And they would the police and firefighters, paramedics, constantly getting called to Graceland because these bitches are fainting. I have never seen a woman faint over Justin Bieber
Yeah.
in the entire existence of Justin Bieber. It's just never happened. The New Kids on the Block, I think I remember girls fainting over them a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure people fainted over like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys too, but I mean like this was like
This is different.
this is a whole different era of fucking floozies fainting.
Every girl in America.
If you're listening to this right now, your grandma probably fainted watching Elvis.
You're
Oh, damn it. Why'd I say that?
Oh, shit, Groundhog.
Grandma, let's talk about Elvis.
You remember, Rob Dog, you used to come over to Grandma's trailer there when you were a kid, and I had my Elvis Presley plates up on the wall.
I remember those plates, yeah.
You say, Grandma, can I eat my Hot Pocket off of the Elvis plate? And I'd say, oh, Rob Dog.
Yeah.
The only Hot Pocket you get to play with today is this hairy whisker biscuit that Grandma has in these jeans.
Already had that 3 times this week, Grandma. I want something different.
I tried to take these jeans off after you left last weekend, Rob Dog. Sounded like someone was peeling a spoiled banana. It was all sticky, Rob Dog. You know why it was all sticky in Grandma's crotch?
I have a good guess, but I'm going to say I don't know.
Because you got those fucking hairy-ass nipples that Grandma likes. Have you ever eaten pussy before, Rob?
Yeah.
matter of fact, Grandma, I gotta go. Gotta get the fuck out of here, Granny.
I'm what you call a connoisseur.
You nasty bitch. Keep the plates, Grandma.
They would fucking kill you about the Elvis plates, bro.
They would, man.
They didn't like it.
You got Grandma's. Hey, can I use this? No!
You cannot use them Elvis plates ever.
But at the end of his, when he died there in the bathroom, I remember one time we were just driving. I was like, Dad, how'd Elvis die? He said he had too many Twinkies. I've told that story before, but
Yeah.
he said he had too many Twinkies. And then I remember I was at school and my 5th grade social studies teacher, biggest Elvis fan ever.
Oh, God.
Ever. And I'm like, hey, did you know that Elvis died from eating too many Twinkies? And he's like, no, he didn't, Nick. I'm like, yeah, I was actually talking to my dad about it, and he told me about it. And I knew how much of a Elvis fan you were, so I thought I'd stop at your desk.
I'm here to fuck up your day.
I thought I'd stop at your desk and let you know that Elvis actually died from eating too many Twinkies.
I'm going to disrespect everything you love by all the fucking snot nose.
He said, shut the fuck down!
Little snot nose booger eaters.
Fucking get the fuck away from my desk. I remember a couple years ago, I found my report card up in the attic, and I got a C in his class.
Uh-huh.
And I called him out on Facebook. My friends on Facebook. I said, hey, motherfucker, what's this? But I had a B and an A after that. He's like, it looks like you took my advice. And
Oh, man. Speaking of those plates, so about 2 weeks ago, we went to a vintage toy
an expo or a
expo.
con.
Yeah. And it was super fucking cool, and it brought back so many memories of things that I'd forgotten about throughout the years that I'd seen.
I wish I'd have went, man.
Dude, it was so much fun, and we only went through half of it. And, I wanted to go back the next day, but it was only for the one day.
Really?
Yeah, and so there's this little small toy shop in Xenia, and the woman that owns it, she's the one that facilitates the entire event. And it's people like all over the country bring their shit and collectibles.
Yeah,
and it was a whole fairgrounds was dedicated to it, and man, I was going through and I would see these things that I completely forgot about, like the metal tin lunch boxes with the thermoses in it.
Oh, yeah.
And then TV trays.
Yeah, dude.
Like the metal TV trays that had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on them or something. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
We use those every day.
Yeah, we did too. When did those stop?
Right.
It's weird because you forget about them, and then you remember you used them as a kid, and then you don't ever remember them after the mid-90s.
It gives you a warm feeling to see that shit.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful, man.
It's fucking awesome. And then seeing all the toys that I had as a kid and seeing how much money they're worth now is really depressing. But
Yeah, I know.
ugh,
It's sad.
it was fun though, man.
Fuck my mom and dad for throwing all that stuff away.
I'm gonna go back again next year, so you should go with me.
Hell yeah, dude. Hopefully we're still friends.
As long as Spreaker keeps sending us checks.
Yeah. I don't fucking care what you do. I'm here with you, dude.
Or fucking yeah.
But the time that Elvis died, he was so bloated and obese that they couldn't even fucking get his ass out of the bathroom that they had. I guess
Poor guy.
Those paramedics, they struggled to get his ass on the gurney.
That's how I want to be when I die.
And when they were leaving, and this is where the red flags started to pop up, when they were leaving Graceland, out of nowhere, Dr. Nick, which is not me, some doctor that took care of the Elvis for many, many years, not Elvis, but the Elvis, he kind of popped out of the woodwork and hopped in the ambulance. He said he ordered the paramedics to take Elvis to Baptist Memorial Hospital, which was 21 minutes away.
Oh, shit.
Opposed to Methodist South Hospital, which was only 5 minutes away. So he pretty much, the king might have already been dead at this point. Or was he? They say that Elvis was chronically ill with constipation.
Oh, dude.
Dude, I hope that when I finally do die, when they say, how did he die? Someone's just not like, he was constipated to death. Like, that would be fucking awful. Fucking good
Dude.
shit.
I mean, yeah.
I love pooping, dude.
I was literally getting ready to say that.
But there was no signs of stroke, no heart failure, no lung disease, that it was all, there was, I guess there was no smoking gun on why or how Elvis died. They eventually... So I guess one of the representatives for the hospital went to the podium and said he died of heart failure. It was maybe someone with the coroner's office, but then all the doctors were like, "Hold on, motherfucker! No, we didn't find heart failure. We didn't find anything like that.
Yeah.
We don't know how he died, which is strange. We gotta wait for toxicology reports." But this dude rushed to the podium and said heart failure, which I mean, Elvis was a big old fat nasty booger.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't. Obviously, he had the money to do like hard drugs, and he was definitely a druggie. But like, just just from his diet, I mean, I've seen plenty of fat fucks around that have been fat as fuck. Yeah, their heart's still kicking, and they're a lot fucking. There's a whole fucking show on TLC about my 4,000-pound life, or whatever the fuck it's called.
I was watching that one the other day.
Those people live forever.
He said, "You are making my nurses vomit."
About the guy who smelled bad? Yeah. I saw that.
Have you ever heard of soap and water?
He's such a dick, and I love it.
God damn.
I've never watched. That's one of the shows I've never watched an episode of, but I know a lot about because it's so meme worthy.
Yeah. It's good. They couldn't find anything wrong with the king. Weeks later, toxicology reports allegedly came back. Dilaudid, Quaaludes, Percodan, Demerol, and codeine.
What's a Dilaudid? I've heard of it before, but I don't
It's
know.
a bad motherfucker is what that is.
Especially how they get all these things mixed.
I don't
fuck you up.
I don't know if you can get Dilaudid anymore.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to see what... I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Let's get some after the show. It's a narcotic hydromorphone, which I guess is like morphine, right?
Sounds like it.
Prescription.
Is it stronger than morphine?
Songa?
Bro, they had me on morphine whenever I was in the hospital for my kidney stones. Jesus Christ, that stuff works so fast.
You don't hurt anymore.
That was my first time on an IV, my first and only time, and that shit was like...
This stuff doesn't hurt anymore.
You could taste it. It's so weird. Tastes like metal.
I've heard that.
Tastes like metal.
So I don't know what Dilaudid is, but it'll fuck you up.
That sounds like it.
Perhaps
I'm here for it.
Perhaps one of the most outspoken proponents of the death of Elvis Presley is Gail Brewer Giorgio, who wrote a book titled "Is Elvis Alive?" in 1988. The book reached number 8 on the New York Times bestseller list.
Oh.
She also wrote a follow-up book called The Elvis Files in 1990. Some of the questions raised about the death of Elvis in the book are as we're about to report right now. Reports of numerous sightings in locations of Elvis, such as Kalamazoo and in Michigan.
There ain't no fucking way Elvis was in Kalamazoo. Is that where Tim Allen's from?
Dude, we got rid of I I got rid of YouTube TV when
Yeah.
I'm watching Antenna TV.
Uh-huh.
And that Me TV, it's nothing but Saved by the Bell and Home Improvement.
Fuck yes, dude. You couldn't ask for more.
Oh, dude, that's all I've been watching is Home Improvement,
Dude,
Saved
that's
by the Bell.
so fucking good. I'm pretty sure he is from Kalamazoo. I think that's where he got arrested for running drugs.
Yeah, it's very,
His
very
mugshot's classic.
It's good. A wax dummy in the coffin of Elvis Presley reported to have started to melt due to the high heat at the time of his funeral.
Oops.
That when Elvis was brought to the hospital in August 1977, a nurse looked at him and said, "That's not Elvis Presley." The nurse allegedly received a warning from the government not to say anything about the reveal or to reveal the cover-up.
Holy shit.
That Gloria Esteban received a phone call from Elvis Presley while lying in the hospital recovering. Gloria's number was private, and only somebody like Elvis would be able to attain the number.
Shit.
Elvis's father, Vernon Presley, had the death certificate sealed after his death. This is something to look forward in the next coming few years. This will become available to the public in 2027, 50 years after the death of Elvis. The cause of death was reported to be the result of a heart attack, but was since changed to that of an accidental drug overdose. The gravestone spells the name Aaron, A-A-R-O-N. However, Elvis spelled his name A-R-O-N with only one A. So that kind of, a lot of people would say that, that they're making it look like Elvis is buried there, but it's someone else. Why would Elvis Presley fake his own death? Well, there's an underlying motivation. He was deeply unhappy and needed to escape. He was also reported to have been very lonely and isolated, stating that, there has to be a purpose, There's got to be a reason why I was chosen to be Elvis Presley. I swear to God, no one feels how lonely I get and how empty I really feel. Is that Foghorn Leghorn or Elvis?
Yes.
Okay.
It's passable.
And he carried many books on spirituality with him everywhere. Faking his own death could have been an escape method to get away from it all. Elvis having been famous from a very young age. There's also a lot of people that claim Elvis was tied to the mafia. He helped he helped take somebody down. I believe it might have been, oh God, I saw the name. I didn't write it down.
Okay.
But there's the claim that he helped take down a big mob name, and part of that was him entering the witness protection program. And there's also a conspiracy out there that if you pay attention in Home Alone, the movie, second time we've talked about Kevin McAllister in this episode.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Kevin McAllister's mom is at the ticket counter for the airline. She's beating on the desk. And then lo and behold, standing right behind her is Elvis Presley. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Let's look at the picture real quick.
All right.
Look at him back there. Look at that guy. Whew. The age fits perfectly. A lot of people say that's Elvis Presley back there.
Okay.
You think that's right?
No.
That's John Candy.
Yeah.
Know that.
R.I.P.
In the arms. There he is now. That's
Yeah.
not Elvis.
Definitely not.
And there's that picture that came out a few years ago of some fucking housekeeper at Graceland, like a leaf raker, and they're like, "That's Elvis Presley." Elvis Graceland sighting. More. This guy right here. Everyone thinks that's Elvis. Dude, that blew up. That looks like my fucking dad, dude. That's not Elvis.
That looks like your dad.
The guy's wearing some blown out Wranglers, and you can see his balls. This guy looks pissed off. He looks like he's stormed the Capitol for sure. I'm sick of these fucking people walking around here.
Yeah, he's definitely racist.
Oh my goodness.
That looks photoshopped like a motherfucker. Look at that girl. That is not, look at her head. Like it doesn't even. It looks like it's glued into that background.
Look, dude. There's a guy in my life that looks just like that guy. I can take you to his Facebook right now. I'm leaving this up. I'm gonna show you when our episode's over, man.
Oh shit.
And there's also one of the names that kept on popping up was Tupac Shakur.
Okay.
But we
Yeah.
covered a lot of the death conspiracies surrounding Tupac Shakur in our episode entitled "The Death of Tupac Shakur." Now let's
Tupac Shakur.
let's slow down for a second. We're at an hour and 21 minutes. That's good. We're making 2-hour magic tonight.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I like it.
We got 3 more people.
Okay. Oh man, I just saw the last one.
Yeah, it's all
That
right.
makes me sad.
It's okay. He's dead.
Fuck.
All right, so obviously you and I, we've had people mail us stuff. Oh God, I thought it was gone. I about had a fucking panic attack. It's still over there.
Okay.
People have mailed us shit over the years. I'm like, this is a cursed object. This is something wild, something weird.
Yeah.
This is the scary thing that happened in here.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Finally, I've almost forgot.
So this is what you guys all stuck around for. I got you here at the end of the episode.
I'm gonna eat my cupcake and listen in
That's
anticipation.
fine, dude. As you may know, we had the cruise.
We did.
And part of the cruise was us lining up some pre-recorded content to release while we were on the boat.
Right.
One of those, I talked to our friend over the pond. He's possibly dealing with some demonic entities in his house. Andy
Right.
Savage. Not Randy Savage, Andy Savage. I interviewed him. The next day, I interviewed Bishop James Long.
Mm-hmm.
That I did have that. I want you to look at your microphone right now and see how it's reacting to the air conditioner being on. It's sitting completely fucking still, right?
Yeah.
While I was interviewing Bishop James Long, I wish I would have recorded the video. That fucking microphone started shaking violently like there was an earthquake going on in this fucking house.
Really?
Nothing else in this room was shaking, but the boom arm on your microphone and your microphone was shaking so violently that it was audibly making noises. And I said, shit, goddamn, my stomach's getting big. I thought my stomach was pushed up against the table. And I was like, I can't even fucking reenact how hard that microphone was shaking. So I pull away from the table, and Bishop Long's just talking. He's just talking. And I am legitimately staring at this microphone, shaking like a street sign in a fucking hurricane, dude. Just like rattling. I had the air conditioner set on low like it is right now. You guys listening can't hear our air conditioner.
Yeah, it's super quiet.
It doesn't blow, and that's the thing about that AC is
It doesn't shake. It's
doesn't make any
stable.
noise.
Yeah, it's in there sturdy. It's not going fucking anywhere.
And if that the windows are, there's no window. I mean, there's a window here, but everything is sealed. The door was shut in here. There's no draft. But while I was talking to Bishop Long, something in this room was pissed off, and that microphone was rattling, dog.
Oh shit.
Flash forward to when we got back from the cruise. I'm down here editing the episode. Editing. I think it was our last episode. Yeah, because our last episode was the first time that I was able to walk down here
Right.
because of my foot surgery.
You had to do a day or so afterwards because you had to work in the morning.
He stays right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's usually our blow up alien statue.
Hey, Leon.
We have an alien that's blown up that he stays behind me. If you guys go back and historically watch all of our YouTube videos, he's behind me and to my right. He's usually right there. Usually right there. I fucking shit you not, dude. I have not moved this thing. I don't ever touch it. That thing is in the same spot every single week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here editing the episode, and out of my peripheral, I see green. I'm like, okay, that's just me seeing a Leon.
Yeah.
I see more and more green, and finally I turn. This thing, I took a picture of it on my phone. I got up and walked over there. I was so fucking freaked the fuck out. This thing was right here.
No fucking way.
Robert, I swear to God. it was standing upright just like this. It fucking stands freely, which I had no idea that it does.
Yeah, we always had it propped up against the wall.
It was standing just like that with nothing holding it up and nothing around. It moved from the wall a good 3.5, 4 feet
That's like, yeah, about 4 feet,
to
3
right
feet.
next to me. I got up. I walked out of here. I said, fuck this. fuck you. This is bullshit. Something's coming for me. But I didn't really give it the time of day. I didn't think about it too much. But yeah, dude. Here, this is when I left the room. That's how far over the thing made it.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, usually it's right by the picture of him in her.
Yeah, and you can see
princess
how
gown.
old that picture is. Like, I've taken a bunch of pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't say, all right, I'm going to take a picture and show Robert and say, this thing moved. I was so freaked out about the microphone, and then the alien thing happened.
Shit.
I sat here like this for about 50 seconds, staring at this thing. And then I got up and I said, no, not today.
Yeah.
Not today.
And I mean, if it was...
Robert, it was just standing here.
If it was sitting there whenever you came in, there's no way you would have knocked it over.
I didn't know it could do this. Like,
Yeah.
right now we can grab it and stand it
Right.
upright, and it just stands on its feet like a toddler.
That's something you'd have noticed before you sat down, regardless of your injury. You'd have seen that because it's out of place.
I
It's
would
not
have knocked
normal.
it down or put
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure-
that's cool.
I'm sure like a good wind, like look, it gets.
Yeah, and then when I came back down, it was just like it was like slumped forward,
leaning?
like that. So I know it can't just stay there on its feet
Sure.
forever.
Huh.
Oh my God, they're trying to get us, Robert.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I had to absorb the blow of all this.
That's a
I
lot.
said, shit, goddamn motherfucker.
It's a lot to take in.
It was.
Last time we had Bishop Long on.
Yeah, I ain't ever calling that dude again. He conjures up shit in my basement.
They did not like you talking to a bishop.
The microphone rattling, I was thinking, okay, this is kind of fun because I do, like, ghosts and shit don't scare me.
Same, yeah,
Demonic entities scare me a little bit.
yeah. That's when you get some fuckery.
But the microphone shaking while I'm talking to a old Catholic church bishop exorcist, yeah, that freaked me out a little bit. And then the alien walking around the fucking basement.
God, he fucking pays rent.
But here's, and I'm not saying what happened to me was extraterrestrial.
Right.
I think whatever was shaking the microphone was the same thing that was probably moving this thing around the basement.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the alien moving around has anything, like, I'm not saying, oh, it's a real, maybe it's a real alien. No.
Yeah.
Dude, it got me.
Yeah. You're the one that put your lips on his asshole to blow him up, so
Yeah.
you know where he came from. You know where he started.
How's that cupcake?
It's fucking delightful. I'm gonna have the second one.
I'm gonna get this next one while you eat that cupcake.
Go for it, brother.
You might know a lot more about this than I do.
I may. We'll see.
Curtis Cobain. I called him Curtis Cobain, and I looked it up. His birth name's Kurt,
Really?
not Curtis.
Sorry. Yeah. I got a cupcake in my mouth. It's really good.
On April 8th, 1994, Kurt Cobain, the lead singer and guitarist of the American rock band Foo Fighters, was found dead Nirvana was found dead in his home, Seattle, Washington. Forensics investigators later determined he had died 3 days earlier on April 5th. The Seattle Police Department incident report stated that Kurt Cobain was found with a shotgun across his body. He had suffered a visible shotgun wound to the dome piece and that a suicide note had been discovered nearby. The Seattle police ruled Kurt Cobain's death as a suicide. Just like that drink I used to get at the skating rink. Run it down the line for me, buddy. Give me some of that orange, some of that black, some of that blue. Give me a suicide. You want to talk about living, buddy?
Yeah.
Being about fucking 10 years old, got about $5 in your pocket. Well, the guy at the counter takes a big drag of his Camel. What do you want to drink? Give me a suicide. Give me some of that Fanta.
You know that dude was fucking proud.
Some of that Pepsi. His name was Charlie. Give me some of that grape and that orange together, Charlie. Fucking give it to me, Charlie.
You fucking got it, bud.
And I'd get in the car at the end of the night, my mom would be like, how was Skate World? I'd be like, I had a suicide.
Acting like you're drunk.
Yeah.
I had a fun time. It was good.
I'm in the back seat.
It was real good.
I'm in the back seat of the Beretta. I had a suicide. A what? That's where they mix them all together, Mom. Mix what together?
Suicide.
Every single drink on the fountain. and then you get home and you collapse in the bathroom and cry
Right.
because you're fucking addicted,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just waiting for Jesus to come save you.
But he never does.
I remember one time my aunt came into town. I fucking hate this bitch. She was staying at a hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and she's in the bathroom with my mom. And I walked around the corner and looked in the bathroom, and she was showing my mom her pussy.
Oh, damn.
Not like her pussy hole,
Oh, okay.
but just like her fucking bikini
Her
line.
bush. Yeah.
Biggest muff I'd ever seen in my life. Big nasty puffer. At least a big curly,
Oh, you're talking about the
thick,
pubes?
thick bush.
I
Yeah.
thought you were saying she had like a gripper.
No, she
Big old lips.
big old bush. I didn't actually
Okay.
see the vagina.
Okay.
She was showing her the bush. Then my mom left me with her. I'm like, God damn it, Mom. And then my aunt proceeded. She was a drunk. She still is a drunk.
Mm-hmm.
She proceeded to tell me the story about how she was at another hotel and Jesus spoke to her in the middle of the night and broke her down and made her sober that moment.
Oh.
She said, I was naked on the floor in a hotel, Nicholas, and all I could think about was that hairy-ass puss that she just been showing my mom around the corner that she didn't know I'd seen.
Yeah.
But she's trying to tell me how Jesus... That's how I know Jesus is a fraud, man. There's no way he would try and have someone witness in my life right after I just saw the bitch's big old puffy-ass bush.
Yeah.
Her muffin, her muff there.
I don't even know what I would do with a bush nowadays. Like,
Dude, this thing was
I think I'd be scared.
thick.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. As my father would say, it looked like she had buckwheat in a leg lock.
Yeah. I'm glad I missed that era.
She said, Jesus knocked me down in the hotel room. Should have fucked your nasty ass. Jesus Christ. So a lot of people say Kurt Cobain that he was tired of all the media attention and the publicity. He stated several times that he's a very private person, private enough to become a hermit and hide away from the spotlight for 20 years. I think it could have been done. He ran away from rehab on his supposed day of death. Why didn't anyone stop him? That was kind of one of the reasons why people say, well, hold on a second. Is it possible that the people in the rehab facility were in on his plan to fake his own death? He wanted to, at the time, he wanted to be done with music. In fact, his so-called suicide note was originally a retirement speech. It has been proven, whether you want to believe it or not, that Courtney truly loved Kurt.
I'm sure. I think she did too.
So why would she have killed him? And a lot of people...
She loved him enough to fulfill his wish.
I don't know enough about this topic.
I think she killed him, but
You do?
I do, yeah. Genuinely, I think she did.
You think they just got fucking fucked up together and
Yeah.
he talked her into...
I think he was suicidal. Whether or not he could do it on his own, I don't know. But I think that, yeah, I think that he did it because if you think about, and we've talked about this before on here, haven't we? The Kurt Cobain suicide.
A little bit, but I don't remember why or for what.
My main thing is, like, I'm sure it can be done, but someone of Kurt's build, I think, like the way that the trajectory of the shotgun bullets, I don't think from what people have found that his arm span could have physically pushed the trigger
Okay.
to where the bullet hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard that also.
Because you know the shotguns are really long.
Yeah.
So I don't think that the way that he could have held the trigger right. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I don't really like Courtney Love, so kind of part of me kind of wants it to be.
I don't feel either way about. I know I kind of take her for what she is. She's just like she's just a fucked up weirdo.
Troubled person.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think her troubled soul matched with his troubled soul kind of was the perfect recipe for kind of what unfolded.
But yeah, and I mean, in a way, her after his let's call it a suicide. After his suicide, she was in the public eye big time, and she did a typical celebrity downfall where she was completely dependent on drugs. And do you remember on the VMA Awards when she was like throwing shit at Madonna when Madonna was getting interviewed by Kurt Loder? Yeah, and she was throwing her shoes. Like, she was having a complete breakdown. I mean, I think that's something that somebody would definitely go through if they experienced so much shit that she had.
Sure.
But I mean, it could have been because, she was harboring all that guilt of what she did. Or I think she knew what Kurt was doing and just didn't stop him.
She was just waiting for Blink to get back together.
Yeah, I think she either had a part in it or she knew what was happening. I think she could have been there and just didn't stop it because she was too fucked up and just wanted him to do what he wanted to do.
It's very possible. And a lot of people point to the fact that his body was never seen. They kind of expeditiously cremated him.
They did.
His funeral was only attended by family and close friends. Again, very convenient that there were no fans or media, or no one was ever allowed to see the body for I guess whatever reason they would want to keep the body. Why they would want anyone to see the body. Mm-hmm. There's only one death picture, and it doesn't show his head.
Yep, exactly.
So why the fuck is that?
I've seen them all. I've looked at them all before. You can see everything about the room. You can see the gun. You can see his lower extremities, like of how the gun's laying on him, but you do not see an impact.
And a lot
the
of
impact
people,
shot.
That people say it's maybe because there was no headshot. Yeah. There was no headshot to be seen. In fact, you really can't see very much blood in the pictures,
right?
Which is one of the few sources that support the Kurt Cobain was murdered theory is El Duce from the Mentors, who claim that Courtney paid him to kill Kurt. The thing is, I think it's El Duce or El Deuce, isn't a reliable source and is someone who supported rape and abuse. I guarantee Courtney and Kurt wouldn't associate with trash like that. This is all interjection from the author of this article. Kurt Cobain's autopsy revealed that he had 450 milligrams of heroin in his body. That's 3 times the lethal amount to kill someone. No one could have survived that, not even a fucking junkie. Also, how can someone who just came back from rehab have that much heroin in his body?
True.
Even if he did, he wouldn't even be able to handle a gun, let alone shoot one. And that's the thing, dude. I never thought about that. I've seen these people on heroin on the streets today. You've seen the videos, Skid Row and shit. Those people fucked up on heroin. They ain't handling a gun, bro.
They're like zombies, man. They're barely functioning. They're taking their high in stride. So,
yeah. Now his body was cremated. And his ashes were tossed into a creek. Thus, nothing remains in which to perform DNA tests. Incredibly, the shotgun was not checked for fingerprints until May 6, 1994. Kurt was found April 8th, 1994. So why that?
Almost a whole month before they fingerprinted the fucking gun.
And according to the fingerprint analysis report, 4 latent prints were lifted, but they were not usable. The shotgun was turned over to Courtney Love, and she immediately melted that motherfucker down.
Yeah, with the really quick cremation of his body, and I think it was like within a couple days. It's the fact that he had 3 times a lethal dose, but could still somehow extend his arm long enough to point the gun at the right spot and to somehow pull the fucking trigger.
Don't buy it.
There's one theory that I think one thing that I saw a long time ago, the only way he physically could have done it is if he had his toe on the trigger,
which he had shoes on
while the butt was resting, because it's so long. I think he was sitting down on the floor when he did it. So he almost had to have the shotgun completely vertical, I believe. And I might be wrong, but this is just what I'm remembering. The height of it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's hard to shoot yourself with a shotgun.
Yeah, especially
I tried it once. It didn't work.
Sitting down on a floor, and I mean, they said he almost would have had to have done it with like a big toe or something. And he had shoes on, so it's really weird.
All with 450 milligrams of heroin.
Yeah. It blackout dead. He's dead to the fucking world at this point. Yeah.
Those together are enough for me to be like, something doesn't make a lot of sense here. Although some of Cobain's friends and family support the suicide narrative, others are perplexed by the method and violence used. They say the real Kurt Cobain, if suicidal, would have left it at heroin overdose. Cobain's, and for someone that was addicted to heroin like that, that's the ultimate send-off right there, buddy. Like, I'm going to take enough of this stuff that I don't have to wake up anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's very par for the course for that time in rock. Everybody was fucking ODing on heroin.
Cobain's grandfather, Leland Cobain, publicly said that he believes Kurt was the victim of murder and not suicide. The case was ruled a suicide the same day that the body was found. And since then, there's been lots of haphazard sightings of people that claim they've seen Kurt Cobain.
Right.
There was one sighting that had a picture of a guy playing a fucking acoustic guitar on the sidewalk.
I'm sure he's from fucking Seattle.
I promise you that's not what Kurt Cobain's doing if he is still alive.
Yeah.
The dude is living in a Rasta fucking Farian village.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's definitely still probably doing heroin.
in fucking Costa Rica or someplace tropical.
Still listening to this cool ass podcast.
Yep.
He was the inspiration for the show,
Yep.
right? No, I think Nirvana sucks.
They're definitely overrated.
Come as you are.
They did have some bops though.
They did. They had I'll say they had some good songs, but
Yeah, really good songs.
all in all, I didn't think they were that good.
Yeah, what I will say about Nirvana is that
They're transcendent.
they definitely they were a fresh breath of air to get us out of the shitty 80s butt rocks, like
Yeah.
really corny men dressing as women and doing like arena rock, the Motley Crue bullshit. And
I never thought of that, man. That's true.
it's a huge turning point. They were more legendary in the aspect of which they garnered in a whole new generation of music. And a lot of people from our era will say they heard Nirvana and it made them want to do cool things like that. But
Heroin.
heroin. But yeah, they put a stop to all that corny shit and kind of ushered in a whole new generation of music. Even though that generation, like the grunge era, only lasted like 3 or 4 years,
Still.
but there hasn't been music like the cheesy 80s movement and metal and the rock, and there never has been since then.
I still like Uncle Cracker more than I like Nirvana, though.
I mean, I can't say the same, but I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I found a lot. This pains me to even say the words.
Yeah, this hurts me.
This guy legitimately has a part of my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I would say top 3 actors of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
This guy made good movies.
Yeah, I think it's literally the only celebrity death that
Fucked me up.
I wanted to cry about.
Oh, I cried over this one.
I don't know if I did. I think I really wanted to.
I shed a tear on this one.
Yeah.
I found this really out there website called Robin Williams notdead.wordpress.com.
Anything.wordpress is great. This one just hurts.
I'm just going to read this, kind of how it's presented on here. And then also there's a really fun video with Shelley Duvall.
Oh, yeah, love her.
Whoa-wee. We'll get there in a second, old Rob Dog.
Okay, good.
On August 11th, 2014, it was announced that Robin Williams had committed suicide by hanging himself in his home in Paradise Cay, California at the age of 63. It was a very tragic day as Hollywood mourned one of their greatest stars. However, since that day, there have been many strange things involving his supposed death. I didn't even listen to this, but I'm just going to play it real quick. It's a Family Guy clip.
Oh, God.
In a bizarre coincidence, news of the tragic...
No, I'm not going to play that. Fuck it.
Okay.
Okay, for one thing, this is the website I'm reading from. There was a Family Guy episode in which Peter had the power to turn everything he touched into Robin Williams, and it drove him crazy. And he was going to commit suicide, but Robin Williams stopped him. Now, the strange thing is, minutes after the episode ended came the announcement of Robin Williams' suicide.
Bad timing there.
Besides that coincidence, there have been reports that Robin was spotted in Australia. There was a linked article here from EmpireNews.net where these people claim to have spotted Robin Williams in Australia. This was back in 2015.
Okay.
It says, in the last 2 weeks, several residents and tourists claim they have seen legendary actor and comedian Robin Williams in various parts of Sydney, Australia. There's the picture of this guy, and I fucking, for the life of me, Rob,
Yeah.
just looks like some fucking dickhead. And
Yeah, I'm not buying what they're selling on that one. That's definitely not Robin.
I don't know, man. It's not.
It's close enough. He
I
looks
mean-
just as much like fucking Ted Cruz as he does Robin Williams.
Yeah, but there was that. But going back to this kind of crazy website. Best of all, in November 2016, Shelley Duvall even admitted that she thinks Robin Williams is still alive, albeit he is a shapeshifter.
Oh, God. This is about to get really good.
Oh, dude, she is. Look at her.
That's her now? Oh, my fucking God. What did Stanley Kubrick do to her?
She's ugly.
Is that his name? Was that guy who did The Shining?
Yeah, but
Okay.
Shelley Duvall was the lead female actress in the movie The Shining.
That movie would be nothing without her.
I know, man. She did a really good job. I love that movie.
They physically tortured her on that movie.
Yeah.
On that movie set.
yeah,
Physically tortured her.
she took it all, dude.
Yeah.
And now look at her.
She legit thought she was gonna get murdered.
That bitch looks like old Mother Hubbard now, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
The,
Poor thing.
She also played Olive Oil, which you'll remember. You remember the live action
Yeah.
Popeye?
Yeah.
Who played Popeye?
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
I didn't know she played Olive Oil.
She was very, very.
I could totally see it.
Shelley Duvall, Olive Oil.
Man, I didn't.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Son of a bitch, it is.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, I haven't thought of that movie in forever, so that
Let me
doesn't
tell
surprise
you
me.
something, Rob.
Tell me, baby.
This bitch has lost her fucking mind.
Yeah, she has.
She thinks Robin Williams is a shapeshifter now.
Okay.
But what if she's telling the truth?
I don't hate it. I
This
love
is-
her big eyes.
This is from Inside Edition. Let's take a little listen here.
Recognize this once famous actress? Hard to believe it's Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, look at that gobbler.
Best known for her role in the horror classic The Shining opposite Jack
Like, come on, dude.
Nicholson.
That's such good acting.
Today,
It's not
Shelley's
even acting.
67, and in this bizarre interview, she tells Dr. Phil she's struggling with mental illness.
Are you in good health as far as like your heart and your lungs and everything? Are you
Well,
fit?
you know, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I mean, if I say I'm healthy, first thing they'll do is hurt me tonight.
She's
She looks bad. man. I hate to say it. She looks rough.
she looks homeless.
She looks like a bag of mashed potatoes.
But I mean, also think about it. She's 67 years old,
Sure.
and she fell out of the limelight in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And someone that doesn't have to stay on top of being a starlet.
Just live your life.
Have you seen the actress from Top Gun? His love affair in the first Top Gun.
No.
I can't remember her name now. God, it's left me. But she was a babe in the original Top Gun. Now
Not so much.
she looks like she's possibly a biker.
She'd be a linebacker?
Yeah, no, not a linebacker, like a scary ass biker.
Oh, okay.
hurt you.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Whoever is in security or at the bank
Dude, I would
doing night work.
not know
Well,
that was
that's what
her.
I want to help you with, because it sounds like you feel like you have some people that are trying to
This
hurt
is
you.
okay right now.
Back in the 1980s, Shelley Duvall was considered one of the best young actresses in Hollywood. Her role in The Shining was praised for its poignancy.
I'm gonna go now.
She followed up playing Olive Oil opposite the late great Robin Williams as Popeye.
Oh, hi, hero.
I loved Robin.
I was sorry when he died.
But listen to what she says next.
I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, you don't think he's dead?
No.
Where do you think he is?
Shape shifting.
Yeah.
He looks real good in some forms, in other forms he doesn't.
Do
Dr.
you
Phil.
see him?
Yeah.
Have, yes.
Sad and troubling days for a woman who once had so much promise.
And of course, they play her out to be crazy. So
They're exploiting her.
yeah,
which
for
is-
sure,
Which is,
for sure.
which is sad. But listen to me for a second, Rob. At one point in her life,
Man, I don't know how to feel about that.
She had it all together and she was on top of the world.
Yeah.
Who's to say that she's not telling the truth in
true.
this? As far as I'm concerned, both people sitting down in that room for that interview, neither one of them are fucking doctors. Dr. fucking Phil McGraw.
Yeah.
He's not even a real doctor.
No, he's a shitty person, too.
He probably has a big old swollen prostate, for sure. Nasty bastard.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. And I hate that he exploits people like that.
Oh, for sure.
It's disgusting.
That's why I like the fucking the bum fights interview is like one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, they just fuck him up.
Where he came out dressed exactly like Dr. Phil, and he said, "Dr. Phil, do you think it's right that you exploit these people and make money off them?" He's like, "Oh, kind of like what you do." It's like, "Oh, goddamn, perfect fucking retort."
Yeah, but you know, there's not a lot of conspiracies out there about Robin Williams still being alive. I think.
No, I've never heard of this before.
You know, I think at the end of the day, Robin unfortunately took his life due to a medical diagnosis that he knew that the good life was over, man.
Yeah.
But then I also heard that he might not have been trying to kill himself, that it was just the autoerotic asphyxiation.
The carotene thing.
He was just choking himself while he jerked off.
Maybe.
I don't know. But Robin Williams on Broadway, stand-up special, still one of the most masterful stand-up specials you could ever watch.
For sure, yeah.
God, dude.
He like anytime that like, and he was a really big advocate on talking about depression and mental illness, and anytime you get someone who is deep down really, really hurting, and their main goal is to try to make other people happy and other people laugh because they know how like painful and how much it hurts. It's I think like that's the part that like really like,
Dude,
fucked me up, is like, it's like, he spent all this time making us happy and making us laugh.
Never took care of
and
himself.
he couldn't do that for himself, and it's I think that's like what like hurts the most out of like all of it, you know what I mean?
Not to like try and bring joy.
Right.
That's just such a sad moment, but I have a beard comb in my hand.
Yeah, you've been playing with that the whole time.
I want you guys to hear it for a second.
Okay.
That's a really cool sound, right?
It is cool, yeah. Oh damn. There's your palate cleanser for this episode.
Yeah.
That's we can't get too serious for too long.
Yeah, but it makes me very sad.
Yeah,
that he's no longer with us.
It's heartbreaking.
But
for sure.
I can still sit down with my kids and say, hey, let's watch this. Let's watch Flubber. Let's
Right.
watch Patch Adams. And the timeless shit, the kids are like, he's funny, man. He's funny. And then on his stand-up special, when he talks about eating pussy and coming up looking like a glazed donut, I still use that line to this day, man.
Yeah, man, it's
tough one, man. I hope
rough.
And for the sake of Shelley Duvall and fuck you, Dr. Phil, I genuinely hope Robin Williams is still out there shape shifting. I hope he's causing problems at the bank with Shelley Duvall just to give her a hard time. I hope he's wherever he's at in the afterlife. I hope he's just sailing around having the best, most beautiful time that any spirit could ever have, man. Because if anybody deserves it, it's him.
I just hope he found peace one way or the other.
Yeah, man. How about this last one?
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I didn't know there was any other beliefs about this one either. You may take it. Let me get to it. For some reason, my thing completely backed out. I got it here. Never really a big fan of this person's movies, but this dude was a fucking dime too.
Hell, we need sound effects for this one.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Let's talk about Paul Walker. Holy shit.
That wasn't it. And I play the sound effects because he's known for Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
We're about to talk about it. He's not really dead.
Okay. Allegedly, yeah. I've never heard never heard this. Same thing like I never.
This is another one of those websites off the beaten path where I was like,
sweet.
oh man, these guys are going to jail.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So on November 30th, 2013, Fast and Furious star Paul Walker and his friend Roger Rodas died when his Porsche Carrera GT were driving. They were driving, crashed into a tree. However, there is an entire Facebook group dedicated to the notion that Paul Walker's death was staged and fake. Despite the fact that it seems extremely unlikely that Paul Walker's death was a hoax, here is the evidence presented by the group who call themselves Paul Walker Still Alive.
Yeah, I looked on the Facebook group too, man.
Yeah.
Some wild shit, buddy.
Some wild stuff. According to the U.S. Weekly, on December 3rd, 2013, Lieutenant Fred Corll said, "The case has been placed on security hold. No information is to be released on either decedent.
I can't read
Either
that.
dead fuck at this time. There's other information about what this random statement actually means, but the group argues that it's because Paul Walker never actually died." Paul Walker's car had 2 plates.
Yeah, that was one of the things. When I was going through this, there were pictures that they matched up with one another. In one picture, his car, and this is not, I have a perfectly good explanation for this.
Okay.
They took the picture of the car and it had one plate, and then flashed forward to the accident, and it had different plates on the car.
Okay.
If I'm Paul Walker and I'm getting relentlessly pursued by paparazzi and
For
shit,
sure. Yeah.
one of the most minor tweaks I'm going to do is every year when I go to renew my plates, they're going to be like, "You just want a new sticker?" And,
Yeah.
Or you're going to be like, "No, I would like a whole new motherfucking plate."
Yeah.
That's just a way to circumnavigate the paparazzi
For sure.
that are
And
chasing you around.
You got to think about how much, during this time, this motherfucker's getting his picture taken. He's super fucking famous, mega famous,
Gorgeous.
super fucking gorgeous.
You said you didn't like him?
The only thing I know about him is that he was in the Fast and Furious movies and that he was a fucking dime.
I've never seen a Fast
Me
and
neither.
Furious.
Me neither. I've never been into cars. Cars have never been my thing. And they've milked that teat for way too long. Yeah, not my thing, but
What him and Vin Diesel have in common?
I don't.
Both of their last hits were a tree.
Ooh. I am Groot. That dude gets paid $50 million to say 3 words.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Fucking good for him.
I'm sorry.
This is probably the most compelling piece of evidence. According to the group, the number plate found in the wreckage of Paul Walker's car crash was different to the one car pictured with Paul. However, the group does not provide a source to the pictures, so we cannot be certain. But yeah, just like you said, that seems totally normal to me because, once your plates are out there, you can easily check all that information, get it, home addresses, figure out where people live, which is a celebrity people are already going to know anyways, but still, any prevention of that you could possibly take, why not?
Yeah, and I kind of shorthanded it here as well, but a lot of people point to the difference in color, the contrast to colors between the vehicles from earlier pictures and the vehicle actually found at the crash scene.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of speculate that it wasn't actually Paul Walker's car.
The pigment's off a little.
Yeah, which I guess lighting has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
I think Paul Walker's dead.
He's for sure dead. Yeah.
For sure dead.
Yeah, he's with Ryan Dunn racing cars and
No, they probably learned their lesson. I think Michael Jackson is still alive.
that one hurt me too, Ryan Dunn.
Oh yeah, man.
That one hurt me real bad.
God, that
Not like
fucking
Robin
crushed
Williams,
me.
but yeah, that one hurt me more than any of the ones we talked about. Ryan Dunn was my favorite cast member.
You know which one really hurt me really fucking awful when I was younger was Eddie Guerrero.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that one. Oh, dude, it cut right through me so bad. I was crying watching wrestling.
I figured Chris Farley would have hit you pretty hard.
Yeah, that one shook me, stopped me in my tracks.
I remember you were obsessed.
Oh well, he was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
There was even some articles I came across where a lot of people speculate his death was faked.
Right.
But I've seen the death scene pictures.
Yeah.
Have you seen
I have
it?
not.
You haven't seen the death scene photos of Chris Farley?
No.
Let's look at that real quick.
Off the top of my head, I can't even tell you how he died.
a drug overdose. He
Okay.
was asphyxiated.
Gotcha.
He had a hooker with him that night. She
Okay.
fucking left him there in his hotel.
Oh, what a fucking bitch.
Or his apartment or her apartment.
What a piece of shit.
I hope you're ready for this because this is awful.
No, I don't think I've never thought to look it up.
I thought it would be a little easier to find, but it's
Yeah, dude, that threw me for a loop whenever I realized that he was originally supposed to be the voice for Shrek.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, there's audio recordings of him doing the lines.
Yeah, dude, there's
But it's just normal Chris Farley voice. Oh, dude, that's rough.
they found him a couple days, but yeah, that's 1 million. That's 1,000,000% him.
That's for sure him, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
rough.
recognize that torso anywhere.
That torso and that face.
Yeah.
He went down partying, buddy. Look at that.
God damn.
Big old fucker.
She left him by himself.
He was partying in sweatpants and a button-up. Those are rough, though, aren't they?
Yeah, man, that's sad.
It's sad.
It's crazy just to see like someone like larger than life.
So vulnerable
Just
like that.
yeah, just like a normal person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's rough.
It is. He's gone. Tommy like weenie. Well, that's it for our episode about fake celebrity deaths. Like I was saying, man, Michael Jackson, I think that motherfucker's still alive. Elvis, I think he did die. I don't know about Elvis.
You know what? I mean, I think Michael Jackson's still alive, but I think the easiest person to still be alive would be Elvis. Because I feel like there's enough people that try to be him and enough impersonators, and I feel like he was a really good looking younger guy, but in his older age there was nothing special about him. So if he wanted to blend in, he definitely could.
To this day, you go out and there's people dressed like Elvis.
Oh yeah, it'll never stop.
Melvis. Apparently there's someone out there named Melvis.
Good Lord, look at him.
Hunk of burning fat fuck.
Just a Ziploc bag full of tapioca pudding. Oh, good Lord.
Just imagine, like, you're on your back getting your fucking clam jam, and this head pops up from between your crotch.
How many glizzies do you think that motherfucker could swallow? At least 14.
Who started calling hot dogs glizzies, dude?
Dude, it's so funny. It's fucking hilarious.
What the fuck is a glizzy?
Dude, I fucking love any chance I get, I see a hot dog, I call it a glizzy, and it's fucking funny as
If
shit.
you can swallow a glizzy whole, send us an email, Brohio Podcast
And video proof.
at gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
What the fuck? How did we do 2 hours and 4 minutes? I told my wife, she said, how long is this episode going to take? I said 2 hours. I lied to her.
Yeah, you're a fucking liar.
2 hours and 5 minutes.
You owe her 5 minutes of your life.
She's not getting it. She is getting it. She said what did I do today? Right before, she was getting ready for work the other day.
Uh-huh.
And I was giving her a kiss goodbye.
Uh-huh.
And she just kind of like turned her head weird. I just started fucking sucking on her neck. And ever since then, it's just been a slow build, man. She's been trying to get my crotch since then. And I thought tonight was the night, but she's not going to be awake tonight.
And that shit'll piss me off whenever I go to give her a kiss something. She gives me like this half-assed like side mouth kiss. Like, bitch, where the fuck you think we're at?
Yeah.
This is my house.
Get up on this mouth.
You better turn that fucking head.
I say, let's
get the fuck out.
I said, let's fucking make out. She said, I haven't brushed my teeth. And I go, and?
My tongue will brush your fucking teeth.
And, bitch.
What you think these taste buds do, baby girl?
I've eaten your fucking butt. I give a damn about you not brushing your teeth. Oh, man.
You didn't say I didn't wipe my ass before I fucking put my tongue in it.
But, dude, I won't, like, if I haven't brushed my teeth, I won't kiss her.
I'm the same way.
I won't make out with her.
Yeah, I'm a fucking mongoloid if I haven't brushed my teeth.
Why is it like I know she probably has morning breath, but mine's so repulsive.
Oh, yeah.
That it overpowers hers.
For sure.
And then I don't smell hers.
Yeah.
Just like she's never. Sometimes she'll be like, I'm not doing whatever because I haven't showered.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally never smelled her. Like, I've never been like, oh
Yeah.
my God, fuck, goddamn.
Like, oh, damn.
God, smell your titties or whatever. Sometimes they get,
You're fucking spicy.
I remember whenever she was breastfeeding the kids a bunch and she'd get, she'd be sitting there and she'd get breast milk on her tits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be like, come here, smell my tits.
No way.
But, yeah, never have I ever been like, oh, whoa. It's like, she always smells like a sweet angel. I'm going to start spitting on her.
In the morning.
Give her what she really wants.
Get that dirty.
I just like that. That's the thing, ladies. I don't want to turn this into a Battlefield of Love episode.
Plenty of time to do that.
Don't worry about what you smell like or your man is out to get you.
Mm-hmm.
Just let him give him a little.
Especially if he's horny enough, you could poop on him and he'd be okay with it.
That's the thing. When me and my wife have sex just right, her pussy farts when we're done.
It's just its way of saying hi. Thank you for that,
That's
buddy.
its way of saying, thank you for doing what you did to me. And this happens, once a decade. And she gets nervous. I say, baby girl, my butt farts for real. That was just a little love fart. That was a little love poof.
That was just a little plunged in air. No big deal. I know it don't do that naturally, girl.
There was this girl we went to school with.
Uh-huh.
That could make her vagina fart all the time.
Oh, yeah. Should do it in class.
Still friends with her.
Yeah.
Nasty bitch.
That shit. She would do that shit loud, too.
The thing is,
Those fuckers would clap.
The worst part was, when she would suck in the air, it would go. And then when she'd blow it out, it'd go. But when she'd take the air in and go. I'm like, oh my God. God, Satan. Farting is my favorite thing in the entire world.
It's never not funny.
It's going to be with us forever.
Yeah.
That's one thing we got to look forward to.
I know. It's great.
Robin Williams, if you're listening, send us an email, brahiopodcast@gmail.com.
Please reach out.
We'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get out of here.
All right. Love you guys.
See you next time.
Have a good week.
You too.
I was going back through and they wanted me to fucking pinch your nipples so bad during this episode. I don't know why. I just saw it a minute ago. So sorry guys, I didn't deliver, but I was in having some moments here.
It's all right.
They wanted me to flick your nip, or they wanted you to touch me first, and they wanted me to touch you afterwards. And,
Got good nipples.
yeah, I mean they're good. They're good flickable nipples.
All right.
Sorry
Well,
guys.
We love you guys.
All right, love you guys.
Later.